Welcome to a night of total terror.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time.
We must not be lulled by the concept that these are our family members or our friends. They are not. They will not respond to such emotion.
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all time.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history.
Welcome back to Thursday of the Dead, episode 200. My name is Jace. This episode is going to share my experience in checking off an item on my bucket list, which is finally visiting Pittsburgh for Living Dead Weekend 2023. This event was held at the Monroeville Mall, where they filmed Dawn of the Dead. Living Dead Weekend was happening this year the same weekend as the print celebration at Paisley Park, which is also another one of my bucket list items. And just as fate would have it, our stop was in Minneapolis on Prince's birthday. I used to fly a lot when I was little, often by myself, and I really liked it. And I found that in later years, I've been getting more and more afraid of flying. One of the things that I've been using to help me get over my fear is actually a book. This year I brought Tom Carnell's No Flesh Shall Be Spared, which I've read before, and I knew I liked it. And I figured what better way to take my mind off things than read a zombie book. Claire and I arrived in Pittsburgh late on Wednesday night, which was June 7th. The airport was closing down by the time we got there. We had to make our way to the baggage claim, and after we got our bags, we went to find a taxi to take us to the hotel that Claire booked us for the first part of our stay. Once we checked into our room, which was very nice, I took a look out our window, which was on the 11th floor, and I could see the river from our window, and I had what I jokingly call like my spidey sense tingling. It's like there's something down there. And so after doing a little bit of research, I figured out that 247 Fort Pitt was just blocks from the hotel. On Thursday, the 8th, I pretty much had the day to myself, so I decided to go exploring downtown Pittsburgh. I used Google Maps to do a street view, which you could see here. You could see how close 247 Fort Pitt was from our hotel. So I walked there. It was very interesting walking through Pittsburgh. Also interesting in that it felt familiar, just because I've read so much about Pittsburgh. And it's still a city I didn't know. But it was very nice. I looked up some more information once I was back at the hotel, and I saw a video with Matt Blasey in an Adam the Woo video where they're visiting the Monroeville Mall, and then they're visiting 247, or as close as they could get. So I learned there that there's a parking garage right next to 247, and if you go to the 5th floor, you can see that rooftop, and that's what I did. After my day of exploring, I came back to the hotel. I finished reading Tom's book, and I reached out to Matt Blasey and Eric Kent from the Garf Network just to see what their plans were for the next day. And just as fate would have it, they said, "Hey, are you interested in meeting us at 247 Fort Pitt?" It's like, yes, I am. And so that led to Friday. On Friday morning, I went and met Matt and Eric by Fort Pitt. I'm not sure who made the arrangement, but we were able to get into the office next door and up to the roof. The elevator was out, which I didn't mind. I don't actually mind the stairs, since my stroke. I don't really do escalators, but stationary stairs are fine. Being up there was surreal, to say the least. I just couldn't quite comprehend that I was there. My ride out to the mall was actually pretty easy. It was a further distance than I realized, I think just because we were in downtown Pittsburgh. It's about a 30-minute drive each way. Once I made it to the mall, I took a few pictures, walked in. I purchased VIP passes for me and Claire months ago, and there was a long line, but I didn't mind it so much. It was, it moved. And then as I got up to the front, I saw they had these cool prints and cool shirts, and I thought I was going to buy one. And I found out it was included with the gift bag with the VIP purchase. And so I ended up eating at this place called Crispy, and it just felt fitting to sit in the Monroeville Mall and ripped through these wings with my teeth. Once lunch was done, I just wandered over to the main area. I saw that there was a crowd over there, and I just happened to walk up as the 3 main cast members of Dawn of the Dead were giving their presentation. And I get motion sick really easily, and I emptied out one of the VIP bags and ended up vomiting my lunch, my chicken lunch. I don't know, it seems kind of fitting to end my first visit at the Monroeville Mall throwing up. I'm sure a lot of people threw up when they first watched Dawn of the Dead back in 79 or 78, depending on where you lived. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 next week.